The house sat at the end of a forgotten road, slumped between overgrown trees. It was my first visit with my new patient, Mrs. Gable. She greeted me with a frail smile, but her eyes were sharp, analytical. Her son, Thomas, stood behind her, a tall shadow in the dim hallway. He didn't speak, just watched me with an unnerving stillness. As I set up my bag in the dusty living room, I could feel his gaze, not with curiosity, but with quiet, methodical appraisal. The air was thick with the scent of old paper, and something faintly metallic and sweet. Mrs. Gable was full of questions, but they weren't the usual small talk. "Are you strong, dear?" she asked, her voice like dry leaves. "Do you frighten easily?" Thomas remained in his corner, a statue in the fading light. With each of my answers, I'd catch him, give a tiny, almost imperceptible nod or shake of his head to his mother. They weren't making conversation, they were conducting an interview. I felt less like a caregiver and more like an insect being examined under a magnifying glass, my every response noted and judged. The silence between questions felt heavy and intentional. "Be a dear and fetch my old album," Mrs. Gable said, pointing a bony finger toward a heavy wood chest in the corner. As I kneeled and lifted the lid, I saw it wasn't an album. It was full of faded photographs of young women, all with the same frightened eyes. That's when I heard it, the soft click of the living room door being locked. I spun around. Thomas was standing by the door, a faint smile on his lips. Mrs. Gable rose from her chair with a speed that defied her age. "He likes you," she chirped. "He thinks you'll do just fine." My hand found a heavy brass lamp on the side table. I hurled it through the front window. The shattering glass was the loudest sound I'd ever heard. I scrambled through the opening, ignoring the bite of jagged glass on my arms, and sprinted for my car. The police later found the house empty, saying it had been abandoned for years. A week later, a small package appeared at my door. Inside was a single photograph of me, taken from inside the house as I fled. On the back, a shaky script read, "We'll reinforce the windows for your next visit. If you like scary stories, follow for more."